Hello all, my name is Kadambari and today we are going to look into the Apache Spark. So Apache Spark is nothing but an open source distributed computing framework designed for ultra fast processing of massive datasets across the clusters of computers. So let's see how the Spark is ultra fast in the processing of massive datasets or big data. Um, Let's assume that we have two systems, two machines. The machine 1 and the machine 2. Let's assume this is the Spark machine and this is the Hadoop machine. And it has a memory and the disk. Same here, it has the memory and it has the disk. This is memory, RAM, and this is the disk. That is permanent storage. So same here, RAM or memory and the disk. Okay, so let's see how why Spark is fast. So assume that there are some steps 1, 2, 3, 4. So how Spark works? So there is a data in disk. Spark reads all the data, stores into the memory. Okay, then it performs step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4, and finally writes the data to the disk. Unless it performs all the tasks with the data in memory, and after the last task completes or the last step completes, it writes the data to the disk. So if there is a shuffling, so any step here which requires a shuffling of data, then in that case only, if suppose this is the task 2 and there is a shuffling, it needs a shuffling of data, so it will write the data here and again it will read the data. So unless there is a shuffling, Spark does not write the data to the disk. So how the Hadoop works? So assume here also there are steps to perform. Hadoop reads the data, it performs task 1, it writes the data to the disk. For task 2, again it reads the data from the disk, it performs task or step 2, and it writes the data to the disks. For step 3, again it reads the data from the disk, performs step 3, and write the data back to the disk. For same for the step 4, it reads the data from the disk and writes the data to the disk after performing step 4. So what happens in Hadoop? It For every step it writes and read data from the disk. and this makes Hadoop slower. But this doesn't happen in Spark. Spark once read the data, stores in the memory, and if there are no shuffles, it will not write or read the data to the disk. But if there is a shuffle, then only it will write the data and read the data. So this makes Spark fast. Not fast, but the ultra fast as compared to Hadoop. So this is all about the today's topic. Thank you.